Hello, and welcome back to the world of Arklands and to Mai's Academy. Special shout out and thank you to our $10 and up patrons, Christian, Sam, Ditzy, Jean, Ian, and Milkchunk. Check out our Patreon.
You're gonna thumbs down our loyal patron, Milkchunk? How dare you insult Milkchunk in such a way?
You take your two.
Milkchunk, we love you.
We
Thank
appreciate you.
for your wonderful username.
I feel like at some point, if we ever get a line of merch going,
I
one
don't
of them
agree
has
with
to
this.
be Milkchunk.
We'll see. We'll see.
Just a glass
Continue
of milk with a bunch of
sponsoring us
chunks
so we
in
can
it.
make Milkchunk merch.
Oh, I hate that with a passion.
Check out our Patreon for behind-the-scenes content, bonus episodes, and to help us figure out what we're going to do next.
And have more wild names like Milkchunk.
Yes.
Indeed.
Ketchup goes
When
on
we
stage.
last left
I miss him.
our heroes in training.
He's wrong, but I miss him.
He's still...
He's still there.
he's still there.
I'll always remember you.
I love you.
The party is going through the underworld. I was going to say going through hell, but that's where I am.
Oh, don't say that. You love us.
I do! The two statements are not mutually exclusive.
You know there are 9 layers, alright? We can take you through them.
Oh, the dice are calling.
The look. Let's get through the intro quick.
The party's going through the underworld. They have passed multiple trials so far, needing to admit some of their deep-seated fears, face those that they had struck down in battle, and finally, facing off against 2 basilisks.
I took down one all on my own.
You did.
Amazing.
Very
I'm mad.
That's
very impressive.
And you were able to find, restore, and rescue Atlas, a member of Crow's tribe that
Her closest mother figure.
You have
if
a
she ever
second
had
character to play now, Trey.
I do.
one. Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
And as you...
Did you just say that to the DM who plays like 40 characters a day?
Correct. And as you embraced Atlas, seeing her for the first time since the clan was attacked, that is where we return for tonight's episode. Welcome back.
Oh, Shanana died. We can't afford that.
So, as you are embracing Atlas, what are the rest of you doing?
Looking for more! Are there more monsters?
Oh,
That was a pretty decent roll.
What was that check?
17.
17? Not that you can see.
Okay, cool.
How did we get her free again?
Grave cast Greater Restoration.
Alright, how many times can you do that?
I think twice
It uses
more.
up a Revivify Diamond every time.
Yeah.
He only
Yeah,
brought
and
like
he-
3, right?
Yeah, and he used one on me.
How many statues are down here?
A lot.
There's no way.
And there's...
And a lot of them are damaged.
Yeah.
That might not work out well.
Anyone got a wish?
Can I try to...
Yes, actually.
That's right.
Are they technically objects?
Really?
What are you trying to do?
Mending.
Okay,
Mending is...
if you so here's it's less a problem. Shorthand, yes, mending could work.
Okay.
You would have to make absolutely certain you have the right piece in the right place.
And there's
gonna be little pieces
might
missing
even be
if
water
they're
Little
damage over the
fragments
years.
and yeah.
People might
Oh,
come
this
back
is
without their skin.
Atlas is
Atlas was
very
recent.
clearly the most recent. Most of the others have like either algae growing on them or like some barnacles or a
Over
lot of them
time,
have.
with that amount of water brushing past all these statues, they would absolutely have been rubbed down to the point where they've lost features.
Yeah.
Like noses would be like very
Smooth.
rounded, ears would be smaller,
Yeah.
like all sorts of things like that.
And a lot of them look elven.
Not as much in here.
We saw 2 elven ones.
Yeah, there
so
are a handful. But yeah, a lot of the skeletons that you've passed have been,
How would we be able to tell? Ears are cartilage.
yeah.
You
but
would be
there's
able to tell
other
if they're teeth
things in bone structure.
or dragon
Okay.
That are,
or something with.
Would mending return the features that have been washed away with time?
Mending is super glue.
Yeah, magic glue.
It is, you take 2 broken pieces and bring them and repair the. It isn't just a fix all damage spell.
If mending is a super glue spell, what's the WD-40 spell?
Grease.
Fair.
Amazing.
Fair.
That'll work.
Yep. But yeah, Elle is looking around.
Yeah. He's looking at the different statues and
Go
looking at
ahead and
pieces.
make a
It's like the White Witch's Garden.
Mm.
All the statues
a little bit,
everywhere.
yeah.
That's exact.
But
yeah.
yeah.
Start breathing on them.
Although the radiant damage might hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an investigation check, and we'll see if Elle can find one that's like mostly intact. And
Can we get a new friend from the underworld?
That's not what Elle is trying to do.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, just because it's been brought up, how does Al use his breath when he's in the full suit?
It's magic.
Are we just...
It's magic.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Oh, that's funny.
Fair.
like the actual depiction of the fish suit does have like a mask with just
Breather.
eye holes,
Okay.
but we have been very much like it's
like-
one of those
yeah.
things.
It's
And
scuba diver.
to be
like,
fair-
old-fashioned scuba diver.
yeah, the
He looks like the guy in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the Cyclops.
and to be fair, his breath is radiant damage. It's light.
That's
that
true.
goes through glass.
That's true. That's true.
There you
Still,
go.
I like the idea of him having like a little window. On
It's like Cyclops.
Open up.
Zoop, zoop.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes. I can go translucent. Kind of. It's got like a. Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyone who wants to make an insight check on Elle can. Anyone who's nearby.
Great.
I think I should be keeping enough of an eye out. Nope.
It's a relatively low
Insight
roll
check
for
on
grave.
the astronaut floating around.
Ari is distracted otherwise.
That's a 24 for grave.
Yeah. It's a very similar disposition to when they were at the inn with the cultists.
So it's less trying to restore them and more. Oh, can we like do something to help them be?
It's a mix of both, because if Atlas can be brought back, he's kind of looking around to see if would there be other people who we could potentially send, I don't know, a rescue party to.
Sure.
He's trying his best to be a hero and is feeling pretty downtrodden at the moment. So, 15.
Hard to see that
15?
much death.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, he's having a rough time.
With a 15, I think you kind of move along, and there's one on like the outer edge to the right, probably near the den where the basilisk was hiding. that is just a little bit outside of the main current that's been moving through, and it has a little bit of algae growing on it, but it is otherwise
Untouched.
pretty. Yeah, it's. I think there's the one of the hands is broken off, but it's a very clean break that you could potentially.
He's gonna try it.
Yeah.
He's gonna take the hand, and he's going to put it into place as carefully as possible, and then he's gonna cast mending on it.
Yeah, and you kind of just, and it's a clean enough break. Probably like it could have broken off earlier in the fight when the basilisk came out and knocked into it, and so it's a very clean, and so you are able to, and you just see the fracture vanish as it is reattached.
Solid.
Yeah, go and make a perception check.
Lucky. We gonna use that one. That's much better. 17.
Okay. It's a male human. Probably about like late 20s, early 30s.
Kind of hard to tell. It
A
is
little
stone.
bit. It is stone. Wearing not wearing armor. Wearing relatively nice clothing. Like it's definitely not rags. There's a couple different layers of things.
I think Elle would go over to Grave, noting where the statue is amongst the ruins, and start. He would go. Is there a way to create some type of serum with the creatures? What do you call it? Slime, I guess. I remember hearing someone say something about a way to.
Theoretically, yes, but I don't know that any of us here have the capability to make such a thing.
I don't necessarily need to make it right now. Eddie, how big can you open the bag of holding?
Not terribly big. It's a bag.
Can we fit a person into it?
Typically, it is
I
like
don't think so. It 2
a-
feet square and 4 feet deep.
Any like gnomes or dwarves?
Yeah. It's
So the mechanics of it, we
the
couldn't
mechanics.
fit.
Yeah, you could not. You'd struggle to fit one of these tables in there. If it was a gnome, maybe.
We need a
But-
portable hole. That can hold a lot.
Yeah, if we had a portable hole, that would work.
Okay.
But
How does the magic with this thing work if something inside of it were to grow after a certain amount of time?
What do you mean?
I guess I could show you. And he will go back to the statue.
You can cast reduce on it.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
So the reality is,
I'm determined to save this person.
Oh, no, absolutely.
I was trying to be a hero.
If one can absolutely fit in the bag if it's reduced by half in all dimensions, because that makes it like
1 foot.
this
3
big.
feet.
It's a little statuette.
Yep. Because it goes in and its state is saved, I would assume.
Not
How long does it last?
particularly.
Long enough to get it into the bag.
Yeah. So how long does?
well,
It's like 10 minutes. I guess.
is it the bag can hold up to because the 2 feet square and 4 feet deep it's outer dimensions.
Yeah.
What are its interior
The
dimensions?
bag can hold up to 500 pounds,
Easy.
not exceeding a volume of 64 cubic feet.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Well, it just
So here's the.
So putting it in the bag is really the biggest issue. And then
Okay,
getting
here's what I'm
it
gonna
out.
say. Anyone looking into this can make an investigation check.
I'll do it.
I will help and give you bardic.
I already have.
Oh, good.
Advantage.
So bardic,
Yeah. So take the bardic inspiration. D8.
potentially.
Cool. I rolled 2 2s.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I didn't test roll our dice.
4. So 9 plus 2 is an 11.
An 11.
Might as well
Ari is
try.
distracted.
Yeah.
Hey, I also rolled an 11. 12 minus 1.
Well, Ares could be giving you advantage. With an
Yeah,
11,
we
she
could
could
do
roll
that.
to help.
14.
Okay. Realistically speaking, because it doesn't like have it in a safe state. It's, it's still exists in the bag. Like if you put a person in there, they will run out of oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
If it's shrunk down, magic is funny because if you were trying to enlarge it and it hit a barrier, it would just stop.
Yeah.
But it returning to its original size.
If it's in a cramped space and can't.
Well, okay. If the internal space is larger,
That's
Yeah.
what I'm wondering.
The internal space is 64 cubic feet.
then in that case,
So the main issue would be pulling it. Well, even then pulling it out.
if you could just cast again.
Yeah. Could kind of pull it part way out and then cast
Yeah,
it.
I would say that would work.
Oh, I'm so excited about that. Eddie, bring the bag over here.
Roll up a name now before you forget.
Here.
Don't worry, it won't become.
And
come
Ari
this
just
episode.
hands it to you.
Be small.
And yeah, you put the person in the bag.
64 cubic feet would only be 4 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet.
Yeah, but it's the size of it within the bag of holding because it's an extra dimensional space. It doesn't have solid barriers. In my mind, it's basically a bubble that can warp depending on what you put in it.
Okay.
Because
That's
it's
cool.
an extra dimensional space.
And it is
so-
a bag.
if
Bags are
that's-
meant to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but bags only stretch so far. But if
They do.
you're cool with having
If
it be
so
like
long-
a rubbery kind of thing,
Yeah,
where it
so
stretches,
long
then
as you
that's
do not because the wording is it cannot exceed
Yeah.
64 cube because there are things where it says it is 4 by 4 by 4 like the instant tower magic item. It talks about its exact dimensions.
I just kind of figured if it says you can only get something in that's 4 feet, it's probably how they intended. But we can do it however we want.
Yeah.
So.
It said cubic, so I'm going with the full space. I like the.
Yeah.
It's magic. It's funny.
And all I've
like
got
you
in
said.
there right now are some clothes, a lamp, some nice rocks, and a dragon chest set.
So yeah,
Yeah.
not a lot.
Yeah, for
Easy.
sure.
All right.
You can absolutely put it in there, and
Let's go.
even after it expands, it's taking up most of this space.
Yeah.
You know, a solid like
I would probably what?
30 to somewhere between 30 and 50% of the space in there.
Yeah, I was
Alright,
gonna say
so we
50
have,
like 80%, but yeah.
Petrified, human.
He's thankfully not a
male.
particularly big person.
Yeah.
I would say like Ella's probably taller than he is.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna say he
He's
weighs
probably-
about
this guy's-
200 pounds as stone.
Yeah. This guy's probably shorter than.
Well-
than
Stone
Cass.
is heavy.
Stone, he'd probably be heavier. Yeah.
That is the other thing is
Will exceed 493 pounds.
That's possible, actually. Stone is heavy fast. Yeah,
That's
I guess
nice.
it really depends. Well, without being stone, how much would this guy weigh, give or take? About 200 pounds?
give or take.
All right, so
Because
we're
that's
gonna-
about my size.
Yeah.
So
well, if we double it.
I'm going to hand wave and say it gets doubled.
Okay.
All right.
So it will fit in there, but we can't
Barely.
really can't fit
You can't
anything
put
else
anything else in there.
at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I just want to say I appreciate you guys being the ones to enforce the logistics of this. Like, as opposed to me having to be the stickler of, I don't know if this would... Like, it is genuinely refreshing. It's like, yeah, that is how it would work. And
We're trying to make it work, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to fudge the numbers just a little bit.
For once, Trey doesn't have to be the only person thinking.
If we can fudge the numbers enough to where this works, I'm
It's not
very
even
happy.
fudging. It's just like, just gonna wiggle it.
Yeah, I'm once again asking for you to make an exception for a bag of holding prank I'm trying to do.
What? This is much less of a prank.
True.
Yeah, you're not putting an orb of devastation in there to destroy all the contents.
It didn't destroy us, so that's all I care about.
Honestly, yeah,
It was a
I'm
baller
still,
move.
I'm still so impressed by that.
That was Goroth's one and only moment of incredible intelligence.
You need to play him again.
I would love to.
Yep.
But
So while they're all doing that,
Well, Ari's not helping with that. Ari gave Elle the bag and is
Yeah.
going and is just checking out the fountain.
okay, Crow.
Catching up with Atlas, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything in particular you're talking about, or?
She'll let her know, like, what happened with the rest of the clan. Where
They're in
at.
jail.
She doesn't know where Orion is at.
You know, I want to play out that conversation.
Okay, yeah.
So I think you would have caught up on the events leading up to where Atlas got there, and what you guys are doing down here.
Yeah.
But I think I want to play out that conversation with Crow and potentially the rest of the party when you rest, whenever that ends up happening.
Say, we definitely have things to talk about. Let's just get to the next step before we sit down and do that.
Yeah, at some
Sounds
point
good.
during them talking, Cass would probably be the one to come up and be like, hey, we should probably get moving.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Let's find a safe spot and then we can... Take a
figure
break.
everything out later.
Yeah.
We have more scrolls, so.
Okay. Now that being said, Atlas has no form of propulsion, so your max movement speed. Doesn't Eri have 60?
Mm-hmm.
So if you are attempting to help, it would even out, and Atlas could be up to 30, which is
Yeah.
that's my movement speed.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Normal pace.
Yeah. Ari is very distracted looking at the fountain, trying to find any kind of similar markings to the one in her village.
Okay.
Looking for just really giving it a very, very close look.
Yeah, go and make an investigation check. I'll also allow a history check.
Where I have advantage on investigation.
You know, we'll make an investigation if you find any details. That'll be
It's
history.
the same bonus either way.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a flat 20.
Flat 20. Unfortunately, being at the center of this chamber, this has been the most affected by erosion of the current moving past. Any details that were here are
God, another bardic.
largely, well, it's
I think
You're getting
Elle's a
an
little bit
answer.
distracted at the
Okay,
moment.
yeah.
You're
Otherwise-
able to, with a flat 20, you're able to find probably like on the back end of it, you're a very small section that has some of the design preserved. And even then, it's not fully preserved. It's just there's enough that you can kind of figure it out. You don't see anything reminiscent per se. Nothing that draws any comparisons in your mind to your village.
Okay. I'm looking specifically for like the Altius beacon symbols.
Yeah, no beacon designs one way or the other. It's just a kind of flowery. You can make a history check.
All right. 10.
10. It looks vaguely Erisian. Like there's kind of some, architectural and design traits that you would recognize. But yeah.
All right. In that case, Aries just after just examining it, she's going to take time to clean the fountain, remove any algae. I mean, it's not a lot of like dirt and dust, but like kind of
I get you.
move
I get
things
you.
around.
Yeah, you're moving
it-
debris out of the way.
Yeah,
You're,
make it clean.
yeah,
Yes.
I like it. Yeah. Say both Ryan and Amy can mark down an inspiration.
Nice.
Happily.
It's not often we get story inspiration.
I know.
It's relatively. It is
I
actually
like
relatively.
it being rare. You know, we can have our silly food inspiration, but to get a narrative inspiration, I like them being rare.
Yeah.
Makes it meaningful.
Precisely.
So, at Caspian's urging, you start moving once more.
Yeah.
And
Bro, could you quiet your wings down, please?
it's just louder because it's in the water.
Yeah. Aries kind of holding Atlas's hand and
Yeah.
helping her along.
She kind of. Thank you.
Sure. It's nice to meet you.
Sorry. It's
She's breathing for the first time in a
swallowed.
while.
Yeah.
Also,
Honestly.
I imagine Grave would have done any healing she needs, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
Probably not at like full health, but yeah. She wasn't super low on hit points.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. Likewise. Strange circumstances we find ourselves in.
I don't
Do you not know about Dune? Oh,
No.
never mind then. Way to ruin my joke. With your lack of culture.
I'm sorry, I'm not enough of a nerd to make you happy.
No, you're not. Be more of a nerd.
Anyway,
Sorry.
as you cross the remnants of the bridge, the bridge was probably just over a stream at one point. It's just kind of a maybe 5-10 feet at most divot that kind of circles the village now because it's all underwater.
Stream got big.
But you continue down the cavern following the current. And it goes down and down and down and
Ears are popping.
Down the range. Sorry.
you
Does anyone have any gum?
are literally unfathomably deep.
I'm fathom. Without fathom.
What is this from?
That's from Megamind. Would you, Trey, would you say we're 20,000 leagues?
It's a measure of distance, not depth.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Technical. Dang.
I just
This is the parsec
a little bit. No, but
Anyway.
yeah, it refers to how far they travel, not the depth they traveled at. Anyway, huh?
It's a deceptive phrasing, isn't it?
A little bit. And it is beyond dark. In a lot of the places you've been, there have been, kind of a little bit of bioluminescence. Maybe, there's a lot of magical crystals underground that provide light.
Aries been collecting
Little
rocks that she
ones, yeah.
thinks are nice.
But you start getting into bigger caverns that just the current just keeps going down. You travel for hours upon hours. And it feels like there's no end in sight. It is pitch black. It is the darkest darkness you have ever been in.
I can taste it.
Genuinely, like, even Airy, you've been, psychically in the Sea of Dreams, where there is no light. but this feels almost oppressively dark.
I think Ari is probably still somewhat guiding people, and is many times basically just closed her eyes and let the current guide.
The only thing that is honestly keeping you together is the fact that two of you have light cast on you, interacting as
Every so often you
minions.
turn around and you see El's lit up face and his mask. He's just smiling. He's very happy that he was able to hopefully save somebody. Wish he could have saved the entire village, but...
How...
Dang it, I keep hoping that you're going to sneeze.
How long do you travel for before taking a rest?
How
How
long
8 hours, I guess.
Yeah, how long had it been since we had started before we
You
hit
rested not... Well, you traveled a little bit after the red chamber.
Yeah.
And I think it was only like an hour, maybe two, to get to the Village of Stone.
Yeah, so it's probably about 6 hours or so.
Yeah.
And that is how long you travel.
Wow.
You just... in...
And there's still nothing.
There are bones. Some areas it's a lot more dense than others, especially as you get to like more open caverns. Some of them are massive, like truly, that you're moving through, and you can only imagine what they would have looked or felt like before they were flooded. But yeah, you just keep following that current and down deeper and deeper. There are times where you are descending through tunnels that are completely vertical.
Dang.
Yeah.
If we didn't know that the rest of the clan had been through here, I'd be very concerned. Do we miss a turn?
Yeah. For real.
We're trusting the current.
And any grave does have find the path prepared
Yeah.
and can double check.
Yeah.
And probably for his own peace of mind did it about like 3 hours in after that.
Yeah, it
I
was
just
like, okay, we're
just to double check. And
Grave, do you not trust me?
it's not you I don't trust. It's that this place could very easily be...
No, I believe you. I was trying to make a joke. I'm sorry.
Well done.
It was a good joke.
Thank you.
Kinda scared me, not gonna lie.
But his the spell confirms that you are still heading the right direction.
Cool.
You reach the end of your travel time for the day, and
Are we
what?
still in an open area?
You
or
kind
can
of
we
moved
find like an
through-
alcove?
You can absolutely find.
Okay, cool. Because Cass would not feel comfortable if they had to just camp out in the middle of nowhere.
Tie
I-
your
I think, like,
sleeping
you know, 'cause,
bag
like,
around a rock.
The 8 hour mark isn't like strict,
Yeah.
so it's like okay,
We just keep going until it's like, all right, we're getting tired. Let's
you've been
wait,
traveling
let's
for about
find
7.5
the-
hours. It's like okay, we stop at the next alcove we find,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Stop at the next Taco Bell.
But you know what? For the sake, Ari, if you're leading, go ahead and make a survival check.
Uh-oh. I'll give you a bardic.
I'll
for
give
this one.
help from the back if I can. Nope.
Ah, it was almost really good.
You have a bardic inspiration die.
Oh, I don't have
You
to
also
put
have
this-
advantage because
Oh.
Atlas is helping you with a perception check of 28.
Holy cow!
I didn't need help.
Wow.
Okay.
Worse.
All right,
Your
so
D20s are
that's
not being nice to you tonight, huh?
Oh,
D8 roll
Story.
twice.
Yep.
She's got a
All
high
right.
wisdom then, doesn't she?
Yes.
15 plus
Well, the
4,
ability to
19.
see.
Alright, let's go.
19. Not bad.
But not good either, apparently.
No, 19 is good. Yeah, you're able to find a bit of a bigger alcove this time, where you're not just like kind of packed in like sardines. You have a little bit more space.
Nice.
Um,
Alright, Caspian, do you want to start the Wait, never mind.
how about this? And Grave is going to just take a small piece of debris and place it in the middle of the room and cast light on it.
Yes.
That works.
I'm gonna just warm your hands against it just for the concept of it.
It's psychologically soothing to go,
Yes.
"Ah,
Actually, you play with the light in between your fingers.
Just making the
Yes,
Shadow
shadow
puppets.
puppets on the wall.
Yeah.
All right.
Atlas kind of looks around as she takes a seat. So, apparently there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Well, you know the class now. Airy, L, Cass,
Mm-hmm.
Grave. You
Yes.
remember him?
Well, you know I do. And he kind of just was happy to be of service. It was greatly appreciated.
Dialogue with yourself more, it's fun.
So they just left you here.
Can't say I blame them. Just a lot of hassle getting one small statue into a magic item that none of them had.
Yeah. I know they kept going. They reached the prophet
Good,
and made it out.
good.
And then something happened, and Orion was the last one to make it out. Everyone else is in a prison in Masteron.
What do you mean something happened?
They popped up at our school. We were on break, so we didn't see them. But
Okay.
Solace, apparently his mentor,
Yeah,
you know him,
I know of him.
he offered Orion a deal in exchange for the group, and he took it, and he's gone now. I don't know where the hell, but if he could abandon you and do that,
He didn't abandon me. I have literally died and been brought back by his hands. Simple third level spell, but nonetheless, if he left me behind, it's because there wasn't a choice. I trust that that's the case.
surely he had some kind of plan. Instead, he just left us.
Orion is
Complicated?
focused. Though complicated is not incorrect. I don't think there's anything he wouldn't do to try and keep those of us that are left safe. And if he Ryan is many things, but he's not a coward, so how did he just mechanically he wouldn't just run away?
He didn't. I think he's in another plane of existence right now.
Okay, how'd he get there?
Solus? I don't know everything that he's capable of, but I know he's got powers way outside of what anyone should be able to do.
I don't know how much you are all aware of when it comes to your headmaster and Orion.
Very little. There's very little that's known about either one of them at all, let alone their relationship with each other.
Orion has had 2 mentors in his life. The first was Solus. Trained him, and when Orion found the Phoenix, helped him to harness those abilities that he received. But they had some disagreements, and so he moved on.
Orion or Solus?
Ask either of them and they would probably say that they were the one that left. The reality is they had different priorities. Until Solus showed up asking or offering to help Orion with something. He never told me the details.
When?
Well, right about 20 years ago. After Solus and Orion parted ways the first time, the next time that Orion saw him, he came back from that mission with you.
What were they doing?
I don't know. It was just the 2 of them. It was just the 2 of them in charge of the mission. They had some others there, but...
Who?
Widow. Some of...
We could ask her.
We could. Widow has always been very secretive. Widow being Orion's second mentor. Widow was the one that introduced Orion to the clan. And set him up as her successor of sorts. They also had a bit of a falling out.
Yes, she told us.
Yeah. Can't blame myself for that one.
Insight check?
Go for it.
4.
None of my business.
Why do you say that?
The fact that I was killed in that fight and had to be brought back by Orion is part of what sparked the argument.
Let me just clarify, if you don't mind, Crow.
What?
Solus requested Orion's help.
It's unclear whether Solus requested Orion's help or offered to help Orion with something he was already doing. I
But-
never got those details, but both of them were there.
Went out,
Yes.
did whatever it was, and came back with Crow.
Orion did. And that was the last time that Orion saw Solus until, apparently, a few months ago at this point?
Sometime
Solus
last
knew
year.
me as a baby?
I'm going to be honest. A lot of this is over my head. I'm not following very well.
That's okay.
But I want to help. in any way that I can. So what can I do? What can we do?
I'm just trying to give context.
Why I don't remember why Orion went to speak to the prophet. Sorry.
No, it's okay. That I can answer. We were going because Orion believed, and I think he was right, that for as long as Nixatal had his sights on us, as long as he was alive, no member of the clan would be safe.
Having met the man, I think I would agree.
But he's powerful in more ways than one.
Yes, we are aware.
So Orion wanted to find a way. To deal with him, whatever that meant doing. Maybe, if that's what it required.
Fair enough. I don't. If that was his objective, then why would he agree to having your team locked up in Nixatal's dungeon?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. And to give them... What was his name? Creepy face guy? Demon thing?
Oh. Katias.
Yeah, that thing. Why he would allow your people to get the mind stuff. I'm very confused.
Tortoise, Scarab, and Hare. Jack. They've all been, their minds being fed to a creature, a dream.
There is a
creature.
typhon that my family has history with, that unfortunately they have become subject to.
Our friends are actively being tortured right now. There's nothing we can do to help them.
To be fair, I don't think Solus intentionally afflicted them with that. I think he knew it was possible.
But Orion let it happen. He didn't try to barter to stop it, to keep them safe from Nixatal. They're in the worst position they could possibly be. And he's who knows where, doing who knows what. How long till he doesn't care what sacrifices he makes?
Who is he trying to protect?
I don't know anymore.
No, I might have an idea.
You.
I don't want him to do that. Over everyone else?
He wouldn't do it over everyone else, but there's already some of the group were already talking about not being sure if following him was the right call. I tried to steer them towards trusting him, but if they
had a falling out right before then. We used a little bit of divination magic? Is that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Divination to clear up some details about why they were on the campus. So, if they had a falling out, and then why would he care anymore?
Because he does. wish I could tell you what he was thinking, what he was feeling. I wasn't there, but I do know that I have known that man for decades upon decades. And who he has been consistent. And all of us are being pushed to the extremes. But I don't think he would make these choices. Not if there was another option. I have faith in him.
If he shows his face again, we'll ask him. And we'll find out.
Good.
Can I go take a nap now?
Yes, I think it would be a good idea for us to get some rest.
I've done a lot of swimming and my legs hurt.
Done a lot of floating.
I still kick my legs to go forward.
I'll take first watch.
I'll watch with you.
Alright.
Take the first two.
I'll take the last one.
Crow will snuggle up with Atlas.
He absolutely just got her arms around.
Elle does not snuggle up with Grave, but
Gotta keep warm.
Yeah. Get some snuggles.
no. Elle will snuggle with one person in this group.
Cass.
Ari and
Close.
Caspian, with you guys being the ones awake, if you guys want to make an insight check.
On which
On Grave.
On Grave, okay.
Yeah.
Why? That's not
Can I give you bardic before I go to sleep?
Yeah.
Is that nat 20?
No, it's 19.
Okay.
23.
Holy cow.
23. He looks over at Crow and Atlas, and the emotion you see is relief.
Nice. Holy cow, we have two characters who got their moms back now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But, like, relief in a...
Like he's tired of looking after her?
No.
In a...
In a melancholic way.
Well, she's back with her. It's like when you
Yeah.
find a stray puppy and have to give it back to its owner.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the same look that Olive had when Ari was reunited with her.
No, it's not quite that. It's... With the 23, only reason you're getting this is because it was above a 20.
Oh!
Yeah.
It is more akin to... Gonna give a very specific scenario,
Okay.
but I hope it'll make it make sense. You guys have your cat, Burger.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you know that you're leaving for a trip, and you're gonna have someone house sit, and you know, as you're heading out the door, you have the person who's house sitting come in, and Burger's already snuggled up to them. It's like, oh, he'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he gonna miss us?
Not us.
Yeah.
So
Is he all jelly?
it's not jealousy. It's
Contentment.
It's happiness, but
Yeah.
there's a twang of sadness in there as well.
Yeah.
You're not 100% sure why, but you do pick up on it.
How do?
I'm going to say for the sake of
experience.
Thank you.
the night watch passes with no issue.
Sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Listen.
Wait, is Elle the only person right now that doesn't have a mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
No!
I mean-
Not poor boy.
Elle knows.
He has a mom.
But he specifically does not want to look into it.
He don't know who she is. She dropped him off. She's gonna give him away as some, armor plating trim or whatever. He don't know.
Could ask.
No.
You're like a cat dumped on a street.
The next morning,
You can all mark
Well,
off a long
you can all
rest.
mark off a long rest.
A
A
long
wrong rest?
A wrong rest.
You wake up and you assume it's morning.
You
Very
wake
Couldn't
up
tell
when
ya.
You wake up.
Very difficult to tell while
Mm.
waking here.
I don't
But
think it matters.
you
It does not,
feel
no.
well rested.
It actually does. Well, we're not on a sphere, so the moon's gravitational pull doesn't really matter.
Correct. You don't have that.
Nope.
Um,
Is there a tide in Arklands?
yeah.
Interesting. I'll have to look into that.
We're all in a simulation.
Oh!
We are.
The Earth is flat.
Give me the bell. Get me out of here.
Do you want the red or the blue? Yes.
Just take both.
What happens? Wildest trip ever.
You start moving again. And it's not long before you have completely lost track of time.
Does Grave have a pocket watch?
No.
Dang it.
What?
Would Cass have one?
Yes,
Actually,
but it's
Cass probably wouldn't keep it with his armor though. If he had one, he would keep it with his nice clothes.
I think
I
it
don't
would
think he
break the second you go into the water.
Pressure?
yeah.
Unless it
Depends
was
Well,
in-
old school clockwork. Maybe not.
Well, the water pressure.
The water
like,
pressure, potentially.
Yeah.
Unless it was in like a glass box or something. Some type of preservation containment unit. Like
Yeah.
the suit.
Let the time
Yeah.
just go.
I can't. I need to know what time it is because I need to have my second breakfast. What about second breakfast?
I don't think they have that paper.
5-1 years.
Oh, he's picking music. He's
Oh,
Does he know about
music.
relevancies? Luncheon, afternoon tea, dinner, supper. He knows about them, don't he?
I don't think so, Pip.
I wouldn't count on it.
I don't count.
Pepin!
Fool of a cook! Show yourself in next time.
Rinse of your stupidity! So mean.
He was.
It was more.
It was an accident.
He went and touched something he wasn't supposed to.
You wouldn't know anything about that.
No, absolutely not. Elwood.
What order are you traveling in?
Cass is at the back.
I think it would be. I mean, Ari would want to
Elle's
stick to
playing
the
his
front.
violin.
You take your 4.
We can't afford this!
can't
Ari would, I think,
afford
still be near the front. But that would mean Atlas would have to be right behind her.
Yeah.
That's fine. So, Ari and Atlas in front.
You're
Crow's
traveling,
right
and all of a
next to
sudden you
Atlas.
hear, everyone looks around. Al, stop playing the violin.
So, Ari and Atlas, Crow, Grave, and then...
Cass at the back.
Yeah, it's just us in the back.
Okay. Caspian, you're the first to notice that.
What?
Uh-oh.
What's coming up behind us?
It's not that something's coming up from behind. But you lose sight of Elle.
Anyways, you still there?
Do I hear it?
You hear nothing.
Oh.
Ah?
No. Cass is gonna pull out his sword and shield.
Mm-hmm. The oddest thing is that Elle had a light spell on him.
Mm-hmm.
Elle,
Hi. I'm
how
scared.
close behind Grave were you following?
We're probably all like 5 feet within each other.
I would say yeah.
Like, it's a
within
single file.
within like the within reach of one another, just in case, right? Something were to happen.
Yeah.
So,
You just feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You kind of just turn and you look back and you don't see Grave anymore.
Grave? Caspian?
Crow, you are keeping a very close watch on Atlas. You also have a light spell on you. And there's a moment where you feel like they're drifting a little bit further away.
Mm-hmm.
And so you kind of kick to catch up, and you don't know when it happened, but you can't see them anymore.
Atlas, Grave. She starts.
You turn
feeling
around and look, and you realize you can't see your hands in front of your face.
Is my light being emitted from the suit?
Nor can you.
Okay.
Airy.
I'm holding Atlas's hand.
You get this gut sense of dread. And you realize that you don't have a shadow anymore. The light that had been emitting from Crow behind you, which would cast your shadow stretching ahead of you down the tunnel, is gone.
She turns around. Is Atlas still behind her?
You're still holding Atlas's hand, so yes.
You look down and it's just a hand.
What's going on?
The next trial, I assume.
Okay.
Wow, you two are the only ones that are together. Holy cow, what is happening?
I must remain calm. Not let go of my hand. They'll be all right.
So I'm going to say that both you and Atlas have to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
If you both pass, you will be able to go through the trial together.
Ooh.
If not, there is a moment of fear that spikes and causes you to just jerk your hand away.
All right. 17.
Okay.
That is a pass. 23.
Let's go.
Alright.
Nice.
I have another mom.
It's anti-Atlas.
I love it.
Atlas.
Caspian.
I'm immediately casting Divine Sense to see if there are any undead, aka Crow, nearby.
Ooh, that's brilliant.
You get a ping.
Okay.
But it's less like a radar ping, and more like you can feel it reverberating within your own helmet, as if you were suspended in something that is activating your divine sense. Every single direction is pinging it, is setting it off.
But it's simultaneously only one ping.
Yes. To describe it as one would be inaccurate. It's you're not getting multiple distinct ones.
Okay.
You are just your entire divine sense is blaring in your ear.
It's not like a blinking light. It's like the lights are on everywhere.
Yeah.
I get like a staticky image of just the radio just in your ear type of deal.
If you're on stage and Divine Sense puts a spotlight on an undead, the house lights just came on.
Okay.
Dang. Are
It's
you
a good way to describe it
inside?
to a theater major.
Are you inside of an undead? What is happening?
I think we are having an out-of-body experience. If I had to guess. Is Cass able to feel his own appendages? Like,
You're
I can't
holding your
see
sword.
anything, but okay.
You can feel it in your hands.
Cass will continue to walk forward and continue to call out the names of his party members. And, like, feeling in front of him.
Go ahead and make either a perception or a survival check.
Ooh, okay. Perception 18.
There is no more current. You don't know which way is forward.
Sirens in the distance.
And Cass is going to call out, "What's this trial?" And see if he gets like a response or anything. Do I recognize the voice?
Make a history check.
History
No.
11.
None of the. There's like. Sure, you've heard it before, but it's not like a distinctly recognizable voice.
Who are you?
And you see, clear as day, a figure just kind of walk into view. Flanked on either side are two more and two more, all in matching uniforms.
Cass is going to put himself in a defensible, ready position, pointing his sword and shield towards the figures.
As you see, their shields have the symbol of Port Seether.
Cass will start to lower his weapons. Who are you?
What destruction you brought home. As you recognize the guards from the night your home was attacked. The ones that were killed by the Pale Dragon.
Cass will put his sword back in his sheath. I'm sorry. I couldn't save you.
Did you even try?
I did.
They don't speak as one, but it's often the case where one will start a sentence and another one will finish it. As a group, they're speaking to you.
I'm not strong enough yet.
Not strong enough. You were willing to run in and fight its master for your friend. But no, we're just strangers. We don't matter.
I don't believe that.
Then why? Why didn't you do something? Why did you bring it home?
Well, I didn't know.
It was
What do you
your
know?
team. Your responsibility. It's what you have been telling everyone, isn't it?
What, that it's my team?
You are responsible for them. It's all right. Another voice from behind you.
Cass will turn. Who is it?
It's not someone you immediately recognize, but that might be because about half of their torso is missing. So they kind of stumble forward. A few others behind them.
Cass, I think, will take like a step back.
He comes from a long line of people willing to sacrifice those under them. So you remember the Evernights that died attempting to trap Kataios.
Oh.
His father, his brother, he's just following in their footsteps.
They fought alongside you.
They failed. Just like you know you're going to. Just like you have been this entire time.
That's the thing about failing, isn't it? You get to learn and get better.
The guards from the other side speak up. Ah. So we're training. We're a lesson for you.
No. You are not a lesson for me. You are guards protecting my home. Employed. You are trying to defend people. The same thing that I'm trying to do. Are we different simply because my family has money?
If you're trying to do the same thing as us, and why, and both groups speak, are the only survivors the one carrying your name?
Blood armor.
If I don't turn it into a joke, it will destroy me.
Good answer.
I don't know.
You know there's a price to pay. You know what the right thing to do is. Serve your penance. Here. Serve beside us. It's what you're claiming.
You're already gone. If I serve beside you here, how can I help those up there?
Because you've had such a good track record of helping people so far.
As if you know anything of what I've done besides the one interaction that I had with them fighting, and he points at the guards. And you and I have not fought beside each other at all. You're claiming that I'm not doing anything? Is that it? That I have not been able to help at all?
Maybe there's some you've helped. But there are still many you have failed.
Perhaps you know that the reason I'm here is so that I fail less. I don't want
as you respond to them. It's almost as if some of the ones that are, flanking are more translucent. They're fading. So you won't stay. You won't help.
How could I help you?
By serving your penance.
Explain that to me. Because
We
I
suffered because of what you brought home. Pay your dues. And stay here.
You know I can't do that.
You might not choose to, but you know it's the right thing.
The right thing is to help the people that can still be aided. I may have failed you, but I have to do everything I can so that I don't fail anyone else.
I'm gonna say make a charisma check with proficiency.
Would you like inspiration?
You have inspiration.
That's true. I do have an inspiration.
Yeah.
Is it worth me using on this?
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 5 on the die, so that's
For a
like
total of?
8.
Oh, charisma.
Wait, charisma check
And
plus your
proficiency.
proficiency. So that's
Oh
7.
yeah.
That's a
Oh
12.
yeah. So okay, yeah. So 12. So
Might not be a bad idea.
we'll use it and see if it does anything. It's the exact same number. I cannot use inspiration.
Would you like another one? I got 3.
Sure, I'll try
Different
different
dice.
dice.
Different dice.
Here you go.
If this ends up being another 5, then fate just says this is what has to happen.
Yo.
All right, you got to go through another series of dialogue.
I hope you have another
Is that a
character
5?
on back.
No, that's an 18.
Okay.
For a total of
Wow.
A lot.
26.
There you go.
With those final words, the ghosts in front of you are pulled away by the current.
I know this is a test, but I do truly mean that.
And you find that you can see your silhouette. It's still darker than you could possibly believe, but the oppressive darkness, the tangible darkness, seems to be gone.
Ping!
Bro! I heavily considered asking each of you to sit at the table alone for the
Oh my
encounter.
gosh, that would have been hilarious. Would have been a lot of work for you, but would have been hilarious.
Nah, I wouldn't change a thing.
Well,
Could have told us to leave.
yeah, that was considering it, but
It's difficult to get in and out of these chairs.
It is, yeah. We could just watch it later anyway, so it doesn't matter.
you've lost sight of Atlas. What are you doing?
Looking around, calling out names, reaching for something. Probably a bit of a panic setting in, and she's alone and has no clue where she is. Hello? Can I look around, try to see where it's coming from?
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking
What's up?
ominous.
A 7.
It takes another call or two as you're kind of blindly searching around.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you must turn a corner,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a figure leaning against, you presume what must be a wall of some sort,
Mm-hmm.
Leaning against the darkness.
but all you can see is the figure. Figure you recognize. Last time you thought you saw them, their flesh was made of pale mycelium,
Sparrow?
with a mask on, a masquerade type.
Sparrow.
Little crow finds her way home. A voice from behind you. Took her long enough. As you turn, and you see Mantis, an apron, still.
Guys, can't you see I'm having a moment?
Let it be. It's fine.
It's fine. We can.
It's gonna be more distracting.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so close.
Wait, where'd he go?
I don't know. It's something.
He's spazzing.
There he is.
Oh.
He going.
Oh. Take it back. Give it.
Wait, no!
Where'd it go?
People came to watch D&D and instead they're
Oh, he got it! Oh, I heard it!
Wait.
I
Might not
heard
be
it
dead.
clatter.
Get him! Get him!
That's right.
Get him! Get him!
Keep going. I'll find it.
If you keep going for that, they're gonna be distracted.
It's okay.
That's okay, I'll pay attention.
I heard it bounce off 2 different surfaces. I heard it go
Pachinko!
fly pachinko.
Oh, there he is. I think he's
Pachinko.
already dead.
Well done,
Yeah,
sir.
God. Feed him to Burger.
Squish him a little bit just to be sure. Alright, he's good. We're good. He's gone.
Be gone.
Anyways,
You
The
turn-
air
Also-
battery was accurate.
your shirt is the color of Squidward.
Thanks for pointing that out.
To the camera, so everyone can think about it. And your skin, the tan, is almost the color of his shirt.
His shirt is much, much darker, but I see the idea.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
I killed
I
Amy.
love you.
I'm laughing more at Amy.
It's okay. As Amy said, you must laugh, otherwise you will cry.
This is true.
Well, I said if I don't laugh about it, it will destroy me. There's a difference.
Oh, yes, there's such a difference.
I can be
between-
destroyed without crying.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh boy. Amy's ready to be like, alright, I'm gonna head out.
Mantis behind you. A cooking apron stained.
She's got like, what silver from Treasure Planet.
Yes.
His robot arm that changes different things. She was the chef of the Desert Wyverns.
That's pretty cool.
She taught Crow how to cook.
Nice.
Yeah.
You always were hesitant to do what you were supposed to.
What are you talking about?
You hear kind of the walking staff of a elderly woman with yellow feathers kind of on the staff.
Canary?
We've been waiting. Waiting for you, kid. As the 4th and final voice. You turn around. And it's Fox. And she's got like a cigarette that is, despite the fact you consciously know you're underwater.
Mm-hmm.
But
I know this isn't you guys. This isn't real.
how? How do you know?
I don't know.
Mantis speaks up. I practically had to teach you your left from your right. And you're going to be the expert on what's right in front of you. They all kind of are not speaking in unison, but
I'm speaking as individuals.
We're here. Canary speaks up again, and we've been waiting.
What about Orion and the others? They passed through here. You didn't...
And he abandoned us. Are you going to do the same?
No. No. I never abandoned any of you.
Well, when you woke up in the middle of the desert,
I couldn't do anything.
you ran.
I didn't know what to do.
Did you try to get help?
I reached out to Grave.
Did you try to get justice? Or did you just try to forget?
That's not it. No.
Fox kind of leans forward. Stop kidding yourself.
Fox. Please, you know me.
Yeah, I do.
Come on, guys. I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to get better, and
Are you?
I'm trying to be a hero.
Because you seem so happy to be where you are.
How would you know that?
You think we don't see things? That we haven't been forced to watch? As you tried to destroy yourself over and over again?
That's not it.
Is it? If you want to be with us again so badly, now's your chance.
Where's everyone else?
None of them respond.
Where are they?
Where's who?
The names are slipping me. Can I make an insight check?
Go for it.
The idea of, like, do they not seem to have anyone who comes to mind?
Yeah, go ahead. Ooh.
18.
18. They seem singularly focused on you.
Mm-hmm.
You left us. You didn't just abandon our bodies, you abandoned our memories.
I went back and buried you.
Because Grave brought you there.
We went through burials. And
Yes, because Grave insisted. Can you name one decision you've made since coming back to life that hasn't been self-destruction?
I talked to you at your graves. I sat there for hours and remembered everything we had been through. Yeah, I've tried to bury your memories, but I can't do that. Not really. I see you in my dreams every night. Every night I sleep. I'll never forget you because you are what made me.
Then stay. Stay with us.
Their clanmates were still alive. I can't just abandon them.
Stay. And they kind of all repeat, stay.
No. I'm alive. I don't know why, but there has to be a reason. And I'm gonna stay that way. I'm gonna keep living. And I'm gonna be with the living.
What kind of check would you like to make?
Intelligence.
That's my best stat.
It is, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
why I said
sure-
it.
But I'm not.
Tissues in front of Trey. Conveniently.
Gee, I wonder why they're there.
I'm tempted to say Constitution.
Constitution.
Ooh.
Yeah. If it's a safe, that's a +8.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, it's a check with proficiency,
Okay.
which I
So,
think is the same.
eight.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but that is an important note. If this is not a saving throw,
Dang it.
Oh god. I thought that was a 1. 15.
if it meets, it beats.
Oh my gosh!
Nice.
And as you, just for a moment, feel your heart beat, you see the ghosts carried away by the current.
I won't forget you.
Eri.
Oh my gosh!
You're last, buddy.
I think Trey has something in store for Elle.
He hasn't lost anyone.
That's not true.
Rose.
Rose isn't dead, and Elle knows that.
That's true, but she is kind of gone.
There are people that are gone that have not shown up. Atlas is holding your hand. And she kind of drifts until her back is to yours and takes your other hand as well.
Yeah. Have to remain calm.
As you see, stumbling forward with burns over his body, a face you only vaguely recognize.
He's Papa.
Ada?
I'm gonna say make a wisdom save because there is that gut instinct to reach forward.
Yeah. Wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
That's only a 10.
I'm going to allow Atlas to make a sleight of hand check to keep holding on and hold you back. That's it.
Probably be athletics.
It would be athletics. 15.
Okay.
As you kind of lurch forward but are pulled back. Chances are it's not real. Daughter, he says in Elvish. Help me.
You're gone.
Yes. As I have missed you so.
I buried you.
Buried bones. Daughter, help me,
How?
please. Help me up. He's like a solid 10 feet away from you. You can hear Atlas having a conversation, but you only hear her words. And she seems to be speaking to someone else.
Father,
Please.
I'm sorry. No.
Take your one.
Oh, my boy. Father, help. How much was that?
One.
Okay.
You
I'll
deserve
take that.
more.
I know, I do.
how do I help you?
Help me to stand.
But you're gone.
I'm right here. Do you trust him over what your own eyes see? I am dead, but I am not gone. I'm right here. I need your help. So you see him double over. You can see from the burnt flesh there's still smoke rising.
He's gonna try and move forward again.
Okay.
Would that be a wisdom save?
That is you are Eri has failed the wisdom save as a character decision. You are trying to
Yes.
go for him. So that would be an acrobatics check to get out of the
Acrobatics is a 20.
16. Atlas is a dex fighter.
If
Atlas is a +5 to athletics
Wowie.
and rolled a 16.
21.
You're stuck.
21.
21.
Ari is actively.
Yep, but she's holding you tight.
Yes.
Atlas, it's my father.
No, it's not.
It's my father.
It's not.
It's been 40.
I know.
46 years,
See my
6 months, and 25 days since I've seen him.
Then don't let whatever this is tarnish that memory.
I love this character. You good?
I'm emotionally
Okay.
invested. I'm loving this.
Everyone deserves a narrative inspiration.
But he's my father. He's my Ada.
Your Ada loved you. This figment does not. She's going to let go with one hand and flip both of you around.
Yes.
And is just going to embrace you. And you can still see your father passed, but she's just holding you at the moment.
I miss him.
I know.
I wanted to bring him back. My mother wouldn't let me. She could bring him back, and she doesn't want to. Why wouldn't she want to? We could be a family again.
Ranael, please. I don't know your mother, Mary. I don't know everything that's happened. I know loss when I see it. She kind of squeezes. Hold on to what you still have. And hold it tight.
I'm sorry, Father. I have loved you all my life. I have done whatever I can to remember you, even when he made me try and forget who I was.
You are a traitor.
No. I was a child. I was a child and he took me from you. He took you from me.
Stay with me, child.
No. You're gone. You're dead. "30 years ago, I might have listened. But I know my mother is alive. And she loves you and she misses you. But we have both mourned already. And I will not let her mourn me too."
Wow.
Make a wisdom check with advantage.
With
Not with proficiency.
Okay.
I could see advantage here.
It was a good line.
That's I do have inspiration I'm gonna use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart.
With proficiency, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's not better.
14?
Take another inspiration.
Oh, I've got plenty.
For the
I
record,
mean, I have 4.
you still have a bardic inspiration die.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I used it.
No, I gave you another one.
He
I
did
have
have
it marked
another one.
off.
Oh,
Go for it.
all right.
I like that thematically.
And it's an ability check.
It is. Hey, is it at least a 1?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're literally
I think
right on the precipice.
I say that, and I just shut my eyes. Mary shuts her eyes and just she just sees light, and she hears the soft voice. And it takes her a minute to distinguish whether or not it's her mother or Elle that's singing.
I think it's probably a duet.
She just shuts her eyes against whatever darkness is around.
Harry.
Atlas.
Do you open your eyes?
Mm-hmm.
You can barely see her in front of you.
You're alright.
No,
Fair enough.
but I'm alive.
As am I.
Elle!
Frick.
Here we go. The piece de resistance.
Good.
Ladies, take care of yourselves. It's okay.
Hydrate before you dehydrate, lads.
I hope you dehydrate.
You look around. You cannot see your hands in front of your face. You can't see Caspian, or Grave, or Crow, or Atlas, or Aerie. What do you do?
Nails, 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 nails. I need light.
You feel the stone under your feet.
Okay. I haven't been transported anywhere. Does it still feel like water?
Not really.
No.
And you can tell, you don't feel the resistance of the suit either. Hence why you can feel the stone under your foot.
He doesn't have a hat.
Under my right foot?
Yeah, you get sensations.
Okay, wasn't sure.
That's why it's attunement.
Okay.
As you stomp it against the ground, trying to get it to light up, there is nothing.
Light?
You feel the spell cast, but nothing happens.
Okay. Think. We had the door, then we had the very scary algae, then we had the very scary basilisks, and then now we have the very scary darkness. How do I get out of here? I could say what I'm afraid of again. I'm afraid of the dark right now.
Sweet child.
As you look around, you see a tall, lanky figure that looks like congealed darkness. A moving silhouette.
Slenderman?
A bit more hunched over, but arms far too long for its body.
For real?
Hi.
There are no features on its face, just of the rough kind of shape of a head.
Okay. Put the hat on backwards for this.
And
I don't want to hide my
you
face.
see the darkness kind of tear open. You don't know how, but you can just see the smile forming.
Oh my gosh, this is Pride from Full Metal
Honestly, you're not far off.
Oh boy.
You gonna get got.
Can I help you?
Helios Iskiros.
That's my name.
So it reaches towards your face.
No thank you. No bad touch.
How lonely you are.
Who are you? I asked you a question. It's polite to answer.
No one. I am no one. You are here. In this place. And you are supposed to be haunted. I'm supposed to ask you to stay. So that I can leave.
Are you the next trial?
But you don't have anyone.
You know, I try not to kill people. There is that.
No. You haven't lost anyone. All your friends saw their loved ones. The people their heart aches for. The guilt, the shame, the regret. But you are so lonely. The only reason you don't have anyone for me to take the shape of is because the number of people that care about you is so frighteningly small.
So?
So who would even care if you stayed? What difference would it make?
I mean, I think my dad would be kind of sad. Upset.
Deal. The child that he was given. How much weight you've added to his life.
No, he loves me as his own son.
Oh, he does. But do you really think he's better off?
What do you mean?
Not only were you a child that required care and clothes and food and everything else, now you're in the sights of the man that ruined his life. You think that's not going to draw any attention? You think there aren't going to be consequences?
Palemos has better things to do than pick on my dad.
Oh, maybe for now. But you want to be a big bad hero. You and your friends are so good at getting into trouble.
You make a good point.
Maybe not tomorrow or the next day, but your adventures are going to get him killed.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Make either a deception or persuasion check.
That's deception.
What was that?
Natural 20. As he says it the second time, it takes root. I don't believe you.
Oh, you're lying to yourself now. That's okay.
I don't lie.
Not very well.
I don't need you to stay. Because I know that you'll be carrying me with you when you leave. Because you know, in the back of your mind, you know.
Know what?
Yes. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
That's a good one. That they're all better off.
No, I'm part of this team. They're my friends.
I don't doubt that they care for you. I doubt that they're better off with you.
I'm going to stay with them. Regardless, I'm going to try.
Try. How you people love that word.
It's a pretty good word. It's only one syllable.
When you're done with it all, when you realize the lies that you're telling yourself, don't worry. I'll be there.
I'm scared. Can I go home?
I've been turned into a cow. Can I go home now? Yeah, you're excused. Anyone else? No, we're good.
I am going to be a hero. I'm going to do my best.
But will that be enough? And as that word is spoken, the darkness fades.
Grave!
As you all look around and see each other once more.
Ares
good.
casts light
Alright.
on Atlas's rifle.
Is everybody okay?
Chris sitting on the ground. She looks a little sad. But she's there.
Grave is gonna go over and just embrace Crow.
Ares still very close to Atlas.
You look over and you notice that Elle is in a very tense position up against the floor as if he was sitting down. Or up against the wall as if he was sitting down, just kind of floating there. And then when he realizes that everyone's there, he kind of untenses.
What happened to everyone?
Another trial.
Hello, you alright?
We all passed the trial, so we're good to go. I guess we can continue on.
You didn't answer my question. Are you alright?
Make a... I'm going to assume deception check.
Flat 20.
Grave rolling a 3.
Oh wow.
Also got a flat 20.
Oh my god. Jeez.
Cool. I got a 23.
He is visibly perturbed, and he does not meet anyone's eyes when answering their questions.
Aerie pulls herself away from Atlas.
She kind of squeezes your shoulder and kind of gently nudges you in Elle's direction.
And Aerie goes over and just sits in front of Elle and takes his hands.
He doesn't resist. It was another stupid trial. This one was actually easier than the other 3, so
Who did you see?
nothing. I saw nothing. There's a hint of lying in his voice.
Technically, it's no one.
Yeah.
Not nothing.
Yeah.
He's no one. He
Yeah.
says no one. No one. I saw no one.
It still shook you.
This whole thing is going to shake all of us. I mean, I can see Crow over there is crying profusely for some reason. I assume it has to do with the trial.
It's hard to tell with, the water already, but yes.
The puffy eyes kind of give it away.
And you do see Ares got the same.
He
puffy
does not
eyes.
say anything about Aerie.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mom texted me 1 second.
No,
Oh,
it's
that's
all good.
okay. That's okay. Respond to your mom.
It's,
I thought she
it's
was
not
missing. She flew away.
No, it's she's not missing. He just doesn't know where she is.
Other way
Yeah.
around. She
Yeah.
was exactly where gave
Yeah.
gave Dio the egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she flew away.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, peace.
Yeah, she pieced out. Apparently.
But as you all gather yourselves, that is where we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you all very much for joining us,
Gross.
and we will see you next time. Good night.